Hi everybody, I'm Jimmy, Feet Peace, most positive community throughout social media. So, positive. How do we define positive? How do we define positive? Who cares?
Trying to wake up for the morning. I look probably, I don't know how I look, but I'm just out here walking, trying to wake up. Oh, I'm hungry. I didn't even realize how hungry I am. Okay. I smell food, and it smells really, really good, which tells me I'm hungrier than I do. Thank you for being encouraging this morning instead of doing anything to upset me. I appreciate you. Where have I been? I've been busy. Where have you been? I've been very busy, doing a lot of good stuff, having a lot of fun. I would have liked to have included you. I had to be more private. No, sir. Will Rogers.
Right here, Ginger Rogers.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Every time I walk by her, I say, Ginger, I love you. I think she says to me what she said to the guy in the movie Swing Time. She probably says, you have a very funny way of showing it. I think that's what she tells me.
I'll tell you what, I'm currently live with 237 people. Would you mind me showing to the internet?
So what?
I'm currently live on the internet with 237 people. Do you mind me showing Ginger Rogers to the internet?
Sure, no, go ahead.
You don't mind being on camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
I'm James, by the way.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
And the foot of the stair, it starts right past the last tree.
Ginger Rogers. We have Ginger Rogers. Thank you, sir.
I've got like 7 other movies. I
Beautiful.
watch like 2 of them, at least 2 of them every day. Yesterday I watched about 4 of them.
Have a good day, sir. Now I know Ginger Rogers. How about that? I'm gonna grab my receipt here, all right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Wait.
Ice cream, yeah? 2 ice cream.
Now, how do I say goodbye? Just goodbye and thank you. All right. So let's go, and I'm gonna sit on one of my favorite benches, and I am going to rest for a minute. Yeah. I got the sun's out either way. The sun is shining on the bench either way, so we're gonna pick the bench that's further away because the light is green. Or yeah. What's for breakfast? That's breakfast. Ice cream for breakfast. Did I get it all? I'm more happy than I want to admit. Thank you for saying, you know? I'm doing so good out here. You know, I'm doing so good. I can't believe how good I'm doing. You know, and I'm thankful. Yeah. I am thankful. I am.
Good morning. Excuse me.
By the way, when you're talking over the airwaves, I have my phone programmed that I can hear your conversation. I know you can get my whole phone I know you could get my whole account shut down. I know you could get my phone shut down. I can get Beagle shut down. Shut your mouth. You're welcome. I already got Beagle shut down once. They fixed their algorithm. They worked on things. They got rid of the criminals, and so we're back. And for those of you that are part of the corrupt circle that exists within the admin and agency department within Beagle, mind your own business, or I will have you personally removed from the platform, and you will be banned from the Google Play Store. Move on. Thank you. And to anyone telling me what to do that I keep hearing over the airwaves, guys, so I have my phone hooked up to an alternate. So I have my music playing, I'm live streaming, and I'm also tuned into radio chatter. You need to stop trying to tell me what to do. I will take your job. I'm not kidding. Stop. Thank you. When I am on live stream, I do not belong to anybody. I'm not answering to anybody, minus some higher ups in the entertainment department. And you are going to keep your hands off and stay out of the way, because I am in the middle of a very serious operation. And this isn't a joke. So thanks. And thank you for keeping me company on the live stream. I'm not an undercover, so I'm not going to be like, maintain cover. I'm not undercover for anything. I talk about it freely. It's fun sometimes. That's strike two. I only do one. I don't even do one strike. So both of you just lost your jobs. Just letting you know. Thanks for the beans. I'm just walking I'm walking around town. That's all I'm doing. Doing my rounds. I'm doing pretty good. Just waking up. Don't be reporting me. Don't. I'm allowed to vape on screen, just so you know. I'm an exception to the rule for reasons unbeknownst to the audience. When you report me for vaping on screen, you're revealing yourself. So just don't do that. Listen, I'm going to say this to you. I don't have anything else to do this early in the morning. This is what I do. I live stream, I answer my Snapchats. Oh, just so you know, thanks for the follow. Just so you know. Yeah, I'm keeping myself busy. I'm keeping myself out of trouble. All right? I appreciate you. Just understand this is my way of keeping myself out of trouble, and I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing this for going on 10 years. I've been live streaming and doing social media since 2015. And I take it pretty seriously. And so when you be trying to tell me what to do, you're interfering with my business. You're trying to tell me how to do business. And that's a crime. All right. So be aware of that. And if you laugh at me, don't come to the show, because you won't make it home. I'm really fucking serious. I am the type of person that takes this more serious than most. And I have passed that threshold where for some people it's a game or it's something they do for fun. This is my real life. If you get in my way, I call the FBI. Y'all think I'm playing. This ain't no game for me. This just got real quick. Y'all have no idea how real this just got. This just went from 0 to 100 in real life. And I don't have a car that I could go sit in and hide from all of it and make an excuse for everybody. I'm right here. This is real. So don't bother me about it. I have backup. And way more than you do. Including backup in your country. Including people that were once your friends. Did you notice how these dignitaries that you've been so close with aren't with you anymore? Real weird, isn't it? You can only buy loyalty for so long before people start becoming more loyal to people who care, who actually care about their people. Welcome to Feed Peace. With the advent of live stream becoming far more commonplace and real-time content becoming far more commonplace, it's given me a chance to focus on my real life. I'm live right. Josh, I am calling you out, bro. I am live. You know I'm live. You're texting me while I'm live so that I will be distracted from my live stream. You're upsetting me. I love you. I'm calling you out on live stream because my stress levels are to that point. I know you want the sympathy points. You're being manipulative, and I'm upset. Stop. I know you're watching. Stop. You are in your 40s. You are a grown man, and you know better. You know I'm working. I don't maintain toxic and manipulative relationships. This has to stop now. Thank you. Thank you. All right, moving on. Thanks for the hearts. There is no amount of money in the world that could... Okay, that's a lie. If somebody made me a... No, I have turned down $1 million offers. And I don't really have a lot of money. Truthfully, I don't. And I have turned down millions of dollars to be in relationships and be close with people that are toxic. I won't do it. I've already been there. I love him, I do. But he knows I'm live. Crossing that boundary. I'm gonna block his number and make him message me on a platform where I could take my notifications off. And I do that with people. When there are people that refuse to respect my boundaries, I block their number and I put them on Telegram or WhatsApp and I say, you can text me here now. And he just crossed that boundary, so that's where he's at. And that's it, it's done. I'm blocking his number. He can text me on WhatsApp from now on. And so be mindful of that. If you're dealing with me, even if you're in my real physical life, if you do not respect my boundaries, I will not respect your time.
Hello. How are you today? How are you doing? So here's the deal. Like, I'm living a new life. And oh God, I'm too easy, you know? I'm way too easy. I mean, people like that about me, but it's easy to like easy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a left nut. Okay, here's the deal. I'm at 20%, and I do not have a charge block at all. Like, literally, because the one I got from Wawa didn't work, and the one before that got wet. let me let me just spend 15% of my battery when I don't even know where I'm going next or how to get a charge block. Totally, wonderful idea. So if there's anybody that could help me get a charge block, that'd be cool. If you can't, I'll just wait till somewhere opens that has like USB outlet, and I'll charge up, and then I'll find money for a charge block. But my dude who says he's doing all this stuff for me is sleeping, or like half sleeping, I think. We do like a Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. And honestly, like, I don't steal, so I kind of like, I don't know. But the last person I asked, I went to the store and I asked her if she could help me with like a pair of sandals, because sandals are like $1. And I didn't have any shoes, and now the shoes I have are literally, I found them one at a time in the back of a building, and they were trash. Literally. Couldn't help me with $1 pair of sandals. Like, what do you think, I'm gonna sell them for drug money? You know, like, I don't do drugs. That was the joke. Blackwater, welcome to the broadcast. So, like, I've been really hungry. Get the gist. I was getting really hungry, but now I'm full. I found these in a dumpster. They were all sealed and everything and had the covers on them and everything. Sorry, I'm just not minding my own business. As always. See, but the difference is, like, I'm just nosy. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like, that's it. Nowadays, people aren't just nosy anymore. You know? They're like, what's your social, you know, like, everybody's a cop. It's fucking weird. And I don't even mean, like, a cop. I just mean, like, they're like, and here's how weird it is. Like, if somebody's in the mood, they'll take you home, and they'll fuck the living shit out of you, and not even know your name. But if you wanna go and sit and have a coffee with them, they want to see your ID. I'm not even fucking kidding. People are weird. They don't do that with me, but like, I see them do that with each other. You know? And I don't understand, like, why. Like, I just want to go to another country right now because I love my country, but people are too paranoid for me. Like, it's just not, you know, like, it's not something I could jive with. Like, I can't do this anymore. Ever since COVID, it's like not America anymore. I'm sorry, but it's just not. It really seems similar, but it's just mostly like a lot of good Americans that are like spending every dollar they have maintaining a lifestyle that's now dying. Good for them. That's exactly what I would do. And everybody else is just losing their minds, or they're lost their minds. And then that's it. So me, I'm gonna go somewhere and not lose my mind. You know? Cause like I can't do this. I really can't. I mean, I'm gonna, to a degree. But like, I'm definitely out of here before I'm 35. Just saying. Or like, they'll sell their food stamps to be able to do so. Or they'll go to the grocery store because there's not a Walmart close enough to them to get like actual cheap groceries. And, you know, their $200 gets them like a week's worth of groceries. Because that's the thing, it goes on government standards. So you guys have heard me on both sides. Like, you'll hear me talk, and I'll go through a whole spectrum of everything from every side and from every perspective, and give you my opinion as usual. But yeah, admittedly they do not get enough in food stamps to feed themselves, but it's based on a standard of living and like statistics on certain metropolitan areas that discludes most of their social. Sorry, I'm at 11%. I'm just sorry. Let me just sit here and entertain you, and give you like gold while you just let me die. Just because, you know, because I love you that much. You know? Can anybody help me get a charge block? I'm at 11%. When my phone dies, it's fucking dead. And I have to walk around and beg for a charge block like a dick. And I'm really going to say fuck you to you guys. Like, literally. Like, guaranteed there is at least $500,000 in this broadcast right now. Guaranteed. You can't spare $5 fucking dollars. Give me a charge block so I can sit here and bore you. So, yeah. If anybody could throw me a 40 or a 50 to Wawa, I could go get that. Or if you guys want to throw me a 50 to Big Lots, or not a 50. Well, 50 would be good because I could get clothes. Right now I smell like shit. And I've been wearing the same clothes forever. And, well, minus the shirt. Found it in a dumpster. And my pants are actually tearing at seams, legitimately. I have holes everywhere. My pants, my shorts. And they're like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, or Big Lots. And then I could go get clothes. I could get a charger, get a charge block. Or like I said, or not. You just say fuck me, and then I'll say fuck you too whenever I have to figure out how to get it myself. Like, I don't know what makes you guys think that I'm going to go and get all the stuff that I need and then turn around and fucking bless you with all the shit that I got on my own when you have money. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a mutual thing. It's like an expectational thing. It's like, well, as an entertainer, you owe us. No, I actually don't. And I'm not gonna. You guys are still going to watch anyway. I'm not going to lose viewership. It's going to double. No matter what. So I'm going to do things like if I have to get my own stuff and you guys can't help me accelerate that process, then I'm not going to involve you on that level. The more personal you are with me, the more you help me on a personal level, the more intimate, the more I can share. You know, the more comfortable I feel sharing deeper parts of my life with you. But if I'm out there and I literally, like I said, you guys couldn't spare, like, and then there's people who are trash and are literally, I'm excited to just see them bleed out. Sorry, it's just how it is. I'm being stared at by an Ewok. Currently, like in real life. But, and no, I'm not hallucinating. I had to find this t-shirt in a dumpster. And you guys want to know, like, my most intimate secrets. But I had to find a t-shirt. I had to find a $5 t-shirt in the dumpster. But you guys feel entitled to, you know, my deepest, darkest secrets. Like, are you not seeing what I'm saying? Like, the discrepancy here. It would be different if it were in real life. You know, like if I met you in real life, we sat and had a coffee. If you're my girlfriend, you know, and we're having sex on the weekends, it'd be different. But what the fuck are you bringing to the table that makes you so special that I'm going to share my deepest, darkest secrets while I'm sleeping on concrete, eating food out of a dumpster, pulling my clothes out of a dumpster, and having to beg for food from hypersexual men and be lucky enough to barely have a girlfriend who thankfully likes me, who's not trash. You know what I mean? Like, she's actually really fucking amazing. And the kind that I wouldn't be dating her if it weren't that she's the type that will still like me after I have money and I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the type that's like tries to keep me under in any other way than sexually. So, like I said, if you want to put clothes on my body, put a charger in my pocket, hit me up. Also, do me a favor. I'm gonna end up needing a blade, like a pocket knife or something, because literally, like, the homeless people are fucking, like, they're literally mosquitoes that are, like, hovering around me. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, literally right now as we speak, I have someone fucking hovering over me, and I just need to make sure that if I need to defend myself, I can real quick. I mean, I don't need that. I can just strangle them, but it looks really, really bad on camera, just so you know. But if somebody comes up to me and I have to open their throat, it's self-defense. It is an actual self-defense. So, we're going to put that on the list. But I'm at 7%, so fuck you. I will see you guys a little bit later. Enjoy your afternoon. I will give you more time when you give me more of what I deserve for all the time that I give you. Peace for now.
So, like, anyway, okay, so, on the topic, you got, there's all different types of stuff that we could go into. I mean, it's endless. It's as endless as endless are the things that you could see. All the same, you know, there's so many different things in this world that you could explore and experience and be a part of.
all the same is the things that are unseen with your visual perception for some people. So like, and there's also like different forms of what you see. And so like what I'm like, some stuff is what you may call real, where it's like an actual experience with some form of, semi-intellectual entity. And then there are like facades of the mind. And then there's also facades of the influence of our environment. So you could have a real experience with something that's actually in front of you. You could have an experience that is mostly within your own mind. And then you can have an experience that is impunitively forced upon you, per se. Like, you could be manipulated in such a fashion where you believe the experience to be real. It's not in your mind, but it's a trick of the eye. So like we had the space race, technology. We're always competing in technology. Fashion is even a thing, and believe it or not, at one point so was metaphysics and psychokinetics and alchemy. There were people. Everybody was trying to figure out how to create gold, and right, like make something out of something else. And the cool part, ironically, is of these types of experimentation and seeking of reality to like build confines to have confines, per se, for those of you who may be a little more nihilistic, is that in the pursuit of the unknown and in the production of the impossible, we discover what already is. So for example, through alchemy came the discovery of what we now know to be the periodic table of the elements. Like, we discovered the sciences as we know them today through, for lack of a better term, absolute psychotic experimentation. Not on each other, not on people, not on animals, just in general, just people who were obsessed with doing something that wasn't possible, and in trying things that, in their mind, they could not accept the failure. They incidentally began to discover things that already existed that we did not have categorization for. We didn't have an ability to maintain, create, manipulate, or otherwise utilize for our own personal means of development. Natalie, hi, welcome to the broadcast. So with that said, same as metaphysics, it's a science. And metaphysics is essentially, think meta in physics. Okay? So like, or like you have beta, right? So does beta physics even exist? I don't know. But if I were to make an attempt to describe beta physics, it would be the fabric of the reality that creates the foundation for what we are attempting to describe today, which does exist. There is an intricate fabric to reality. Obviously, we were taught that in like second and third grade. And so to be able to understand the difference between something you think you see and something you do see, well, as I said, first, there's a separation between what someone may be putting in your mind through psychomanipulation in one form or another. Like, there's many different ways that people could manipulate you or affect your mindset in order to change your view, either visually or just, emotionally. Even your emotions, like the chemicals in your brain can affect your ability to see things clearly, for the standardized process of what actually is the makeup of the reality in front of you. Kat, welcome on. ID, welcome to the broadcast. So, as far as people possibly putting the idea in your head that there's something in front of you when there's not, that's really a topic of discussion for like maybe 20, 30 years from now. The level that I'm on with that, I'll give you an example. I actually had a night where someone had manipulated me to a level where, It so appeared that there was something there. But the fact of the matter is, it's manipulation of light and sound. If you catch somebody just in the right light at just the right time with just the right, audio frequencies in just the right temperature, down to their vitals, which sounds really excessive, but it's America, so get used to it. It's what we do. It's how we stay ahead. We're very accurate. You could believe you're seeing something, but it's not like a natural trick of your own mind. It's not coming from the interior initially, right? It's requiring a large amount of external stimuli to affect and change what you believe you see. Then you have things that you believe you see due to your own interpersonal maladaptations of chemical processes. So there are people who either do, they may literally visually see things, or they believe that they see things, which there's a difference between people that believe they're seeing something but aren't sure, and then people who believe they're seeing something, which are both also different than people who are seeing something. And you can't, here's the thing, with metaphysics, you cannot go based on it. Okay, it's the opposite conversation of fruit of the labor. Do not, okay, so if I'm working with somebody on anything, right? We're gonna cut the butter here for a minute on the conversation in reference to the spooky vibe, and just welcome to the broadcast, Angie. We're gonna be real about it for a moment, in the factuality of the notion that there's really nothing you can do to create how do I put this? For me personally, your results are not enough data for me to decide that I'm going to work with you. When I see what is produced from your results is how I decide, right? So take all the facets of of a person that creates results. If your results create their own results, if you're really good at creating results, and all those factors that are within you and your workperson's process are automated through the results that you've created into producing the next iteration of a more evolved and advanced version of what you had developed, and it's developing itself per se. You understand what I'm saying? Then I have an interest, as long as there is, long-term consistency there. So yeah, so reverse engineer that idea. Okay, totally invert it, flip it, literally flip the entire idea. Ghosts, I love ghosts. Yeah, it's a very, see, personally, I like the layman's term ghost. I do, because it actually covers a lot of different, unembodied stimuli. We'll say, realitorian stimuli. Stacy goes, do you have any good ghost stories? I got a hell of a lot of them, to be honest. Stacy, thanks for the hearts. But okay, so we're starting with a little bit of an education on think of this metaphysics 101. But I'm keeping it as simple as I could, and as to the point as possible, because there's not really a thing for this. So not a lot. Welcome to the broadcast. Flip it. So as opposed to starting with the person who's creating result, where's the result coming from? So I don't look, okay, so when I'm evaluating whether or not, it's going to be a little heavy. Now this is in the past. Okay. So I haven't actually been involved in any type of, okay, the public doesn't have any, we don't have, there's a word for what I'm going to tell you about, but I'm not telling you the word because the word is not actually a publicly known thing, and society is not ready, nor do they handle any of these things properly. If somebody tells me, okay, so I'm no longer involved in any types of what used to be called exorcism, or or what I would, in the typical societal fashion is called exorcism. I haven't been involved in any of that in a very long time. It's been since 2021, which in that structure of time frame within my own life is a very, very long time. For how much work I had done in that area, it's a very long time. It's also something that has put a lot of stress and pressure on me for not really being able to talk to anybody about it for the most part, including loved ones and people that I've been close to. Up until very recently, there's been some stuff that's been released to the public and different things that our government has decided to be more open about, that puts things to a point where I can at least begin to have a conversation about metaphysics with the public and actually not feel like I'm creeping around in silence on the subject and being real uncomfortable about it. Unfortunately, this topic is still something that it is going to take probably another 20 to 30 years before we even start to build a baseline for it being a science in mainstream society. And thanks for the bean. But if somebody tells me that they've seen a ghost, if you tell me you've seen a ghost, I'm not going to believe you, and I'm not going to not believe you. I'm not going to decide whether or not you are telling the truth based on any reactions or interaction, based on any interactions we have at all. Here's why. You can beat a lie detector test. You can beat a vocal examination. You can beat a micro expressions test, and you can beat people. You can actually outwit people who have psychokinetic abilities. There are people in this world who can legitimately read your mind. It's a very real thing. Very rare, mostly reserved within very articulate and particularly diabolical circles. Un momento, por favor. Okay, so what's my point? It's not just what I'm saying is, I said, you could beat those tests, right? But you could also beat them on accident. You could beat those tests accidentally, meaning if your brain believes it's true, your test results are going to come out skewed. In all reality, there isn't a single test that's going to properly evaluate your level of truthfulness in reference to it being a concrete confirmative factor in the existence of the subject pursued. Whether it be, is a ghost real or did you commit a crime? It's actually not sound evidence. No matter what, it's not sound evidence, because even if you say, yes, this person, it's not right. It's fucked up. I don't know how else to say it. It doesn't make any sense to say this person's telling the truth or this person is lying, when if the person is lying to themselves or such and such, no matter their credibility or what have you, it still doesn't. It's not a proper verification technique per se. So what you do is you flip it. If anybody remembers what I said 15 freaking minutes ago, sorry, is as opposed to the fruit of labor, you want to go all the way to the source. A lot of the mainstream people, when I prefer mainstream for most things, but if it's not an established science, if it's not a fully established, publicly accepted science, I don't turn to mainstream media. Because before you know it, people start thinking that ancient aliens, because before you know it, then ancient aliens ends up on the History Channel. Let's say it that way. Ancient Aliens ends up being the most popular show on the History Channel. Victoria V, what's up? Thanks for the hearts. No offense to Ancient Aliens, I get that some of it's true, but it's if I go to the History Channel, I don't want to learn perceived history. I want to see real history, but I don't really watch TV anymore either way, so point's kind of moot. Regardless, it actually kind of brings us into the topic of potential entities that are, what do you call it? That have their own extrasensory abilities that are legitimately existing within the space that we are existing on some level, in a fashion that is colloquial to communicable existence. So, like, if we can see it, hear it, feel it, touch it, if it exists within the five senses of our baseline, it's real. There's no other way around it. Which also, and once again, it's like an entire science, and people don't even realize it's an entire science. Diaboken broadcast, for example, if you take, seriously, fuck off. I'm not even kidding. What do you call it? I say it's the psychokinetic. Just, I got scumbags who fucking. Because, I'm a 6-year-old boy, apparently. I don't know why they think I'm a 6-year-old boy, but they'll eventually get over it when I get enough wrinkles, I guess. Anyway, what was I saying? Give me a minute. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I just have a whole bunch of people that now owe me a lot more fucking money than they owed me to begin with. And they can't get it from their bosses like they thought they were going to be able to. And I do collect. And I don't need any physical anything to collect. That's kind of the point I'm making. You will pay me what you owe me. Even if I have to make you want to do it yourself. We haven't gotten there yet, but we'll get there. Can't say you haven't forced me to do a thing or two. Difference is I could prove it. You don't even know how to prove your own science. And if you want to learn, pay up. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find a movie.
But I will be like, I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. We'll see. I can send you 10. Oh no, thank you. Yo, 10 is plenty. Especially before, I don't even know, these places might be closed down yet, but maybe not. Definitely, thank you. I don't have like any of the Cash App or any of that stuff. But you could send me a gift card code, and I could make an account in one of the apps. I'm working on the other part. I lost my charge block. There was a hole in my bag. Oh, I may or may not have, you guys are going to be mad at me, I may or may not have left the bicycle that, somebody bought me a bike for like $40, and I may or may not have left my bicycle on a street corner, went into a store, came back out, and the bike was gone. Again. So here's what we do. I think the next bicycle we buy me, either I get myself or if you guys get it, I should definitely get a bike lock, because that's my third bike in less than 6 months. So I think a bike lock is an important thing. Yes. And it's not like a karma thing, like I've never stolen a bicycle. I don't really steal. It's like I've never taken, but I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, why, why me? Just because it's probably just karma for leaving it unlocked, just for not locking it up. Just like a lesson, but it's all right. I have to admit, just because of the way I am, I'm probably gonna have like a lot of adjustment to do here. Cause you guys know how I am. I'm kind, I'm friendly, I'm inviting, but like social sensitivity. I'm highly socially sensitive. I just don't say the right things. I really don't. Like, this is gonna be rough at first. Because I'll try to be funny, or I'll try to make a good joke or whatever, and it doesn't work out. But I'm not gonna quit. 4% battery, if anybody's interested. I said my charge block fell out of my pocket while I was riding my bike. Then I got off my bike, and my bike wasn't there when I came back outside. But at least I made it to Hollywood. That is what I'm happy about. That is what I'm most happy about. You know, as some people say, they go, you know, Hollywood will eat you alive. I'll tell you what. In situations like this, I'm kind of like the bull. And, you know, flies are gonna, you know, they eat the dirt off the bull to get the crap off the bull. It's a symbiotic relationship. So I'm not complaining. Are you hearing this? Sorry, Hollywood is full of psychotic flamboyancy. It comes with the territory. It appears to me, based on where I'm at, that there's a lot of opportunity to like just do what you got to do and get things in order. I cannot tell you how long I was trying to get stuff together in other states and this and that. And here, when like literally, you know, forever. And then here, snap of a finger, boom. You know, stuff's already in the mail, everything's coming together literally all at one time. It's amazing. And that's just, honestly, I say it's California. It has to be California. What else could it be? Because all these other places are like, you're either jumping through hoops, they want you to verify every little thing, or thirdly, it's corrupt. You know, one of the three. Here, it's straightforward, it's not corrupt, and they have their ducks in a row. So I put my stuff in, I immediately got verified, immediately got, accepted, you know, and now I have my verification, my document, or I got my documents coming in the mail, and I got my ID coming in the mail, and all that good stuff. And literally, it took less than 7 days. Whereas all these other places, it took like, what is it, almost 3 years now? I should have just come to California like 3 years ago. In less than 7 days, it's all in the mail. Ridiculous. California's awesome. Anything you guys need from me, anything you want to talk about, don't feel bad that you know, it's not your fault. It's not. Nicola, thanks for the share. Billy, appreciate being here. It's not your fault. I'll be fine. Trust me, it's been worse. And it is only getting better. I'm also like officially staying, you know, so it changes things a little bit. And I've also, like, I've kind of I've literally engineered my situation to make sure that if anyone does try to pull me out of here and cause me a problem, like in another state or something, or even a problem in this state, that it fucks up their whole shit. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not kidding you. No matter where I go in the nation, unless they take me to Hawaii or Alaska, there is no fucking with me. There's not. I insured it. I made sure. And I even sometimes I get so upset over the past. I try to let it go, but I'll get so upset that I'll pretend to say it like I don't know what I'm talking about, just so somebody will try it. But I'm letting go. You know, I'm letting go of being vindictive. I'm recognizing how thankful I need to be for where my life is at. And, you know, like, I'm home, and time to get back to normal. I have been through the system. I have done good. I have done bad. I have been effective. I have been ineffective. I've been on the street. I've been in a home. You know, when I tell you that a college education, whether you ever get a job with your degree or not, is one of the main predicators that decides whether or not you're going to ever have to deal with being clinically institutionalized, criminally charged with a crime, or living on the street, homeless. So in order to set the example for people to be able to avoid and conquer the possibilities of incarceration, institutionalization, and homelessness, I would like to show you guys some parts of my college experience. I'm going to have an ability to, it's going to be minimal. I won't have all that much that I can show you. At least like with public content. What I will say is I have DMs. I have the ability to make friends. I can talk to whoever I want to. You know, I'm not going to be barred from education for having a social life. And, you know, that's that. As far as anything that local law enforcement doesn't have the ability to manage, such as like digital crime and things of that nature, you know, when they try to go when they try to create setups or what have you, not the law enforcement, but like when criminals try to buy off cops or what have you. The fact of the matter is we now have, an articulated system that is algorithmically accurate. I don't have to worry about being screwed over. I'm able to sit here to talk to you freely. It's a lot of pressure. The fact of the matter is, as you all know, I operate best under pressure anyway. I will tell you that I am past the point where I could justify wasting my energy on blocking people and things of that nature, especially when live streaming. The chips are going to fall where they may. I tried to get control of things as long as I could. I kept control of things as long as I could. It's time for the plane to take off. There isn't anything more I could do for you. I won't be holding my life back any longer for anybody at all. You're welcome to throw at me whatever you want to throw at me. Thank you for the free money is kind of the best I could say. It is thank you for giving me everything that is yours for free. Now realize when things are misappropriated, when things aren't actually in order, when they're corrupt, they're going to appear as though they're in order. What you see in the process of things legitimately becoming organized is a situation that's going to appear disorganized. Now to you, I say, good luck. Realize that anytime you're doing your thing, should people decide to invade your personal space with intent, it's a felony. Let it happen. When they're doing it on your time, on your dime, you're getting paid, whether they invade your space or not. I don't like my space being invaded. The fact of the matter is, I've been pushed to a point by criminals where I don't have a personal space of my own. I might as well do my own thing in public and get paid for doing it. I get paid more when I'm not on the phone. That's the irony. People will be like, don't be on the internet. Don't do this and that. It's, you're exposing it. Like, I don't think you realize that, like, I'm chipped, bro. Everything you do is recorded. Anything you do around me, you're being held accountable for, whether you want to be or not. It's always going to be that way. I'm getting more people. I'm sharing more of my money by doing it online. I'm sharing more of my money by being involved with the public. I'm being more charitable and generous by doing this out here instead of being off the grid. Don't come at me like I'm doing something wrong. I'm saying you're welcome into my public life. Some people say that isn't a big deal. As most people know, I'm a private dude. I don't like share a whole lot. Yet here I'm sharing plenty. As far as the weird, I don't know what to tell you as far as what's weird. I'll give you my actual personal perspective on weird. This is actually how I think about what people call weird. In my mind, if you personally identify as weird, more power to you. If you don't want to be known as weird, then people shouldn't be calling you weird or treating you in a way that makes you feel like you're weird. Now with everything I'm saying, realize I ain't perfect either. Please don't put me on a pedestal. I have to tell you, now this is like super deep and personal. I'm fully aware that I'm in public. I'm pushing myself to have the courage to say it out loud with a slight bit of help from the fact we got 300 people in the broadcast. Plus I'm on campus. Like I get to go to school, like I get to go to college. There isn't anyone that can tear it away from me because I've now figured out how to, even if there was someone dumb enough to get their entire college shut down by kicking me out, that, I could get a laptop and go to online school if that becomes a necessity. Don't let anyone stop you from getting what you want. If it requires you to bow your head, bow your head. If it requires you to become big and powerful, become big and powerful. If it requires you to do whatever you got to do, even if you're stuttering through it, do what you got to do. One way or the other. Don't let anyone rob you of the life you deserve. I guess my point is, it's time for Jimmy Soroka to spend a lifetime in prison, because James Soroka needs a name change after spending my whole life in humble servitude of this country in several different facets throughout my life. Happy Veterans Day. I thought I was going to make the next portion of my life about me. I'd be so bored if I did. I'd be really bored if I actually made it about me. So you know what I think we should do? I think we should take the fact that you guys have made me famous, make me rich, go from there, and spend all my money on the people around me, because that's what I actually like to do. Then hopefully, when I'm in my 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, I can settle down with or without money, have the peace of mind that I've been able to maintain most of my life, rest on my laurels, take a long nap, while hoping that I get to go on into the next life. As far as the money, admittedly, I am mostly making it happen on my own. What I am making my best efforts to do is I'm hitting the brakes as much as possible, because I want to be able to associate with people that I want to associate with. That seems to be difficult when people are hoarding the money, thinking that they're going to get more from me. Most people, when they come to me, they gamble. They lose every time. I don't do gambling. I do calculated risk. When you're ready to do business, you obviously know where to find me. Please make sure that, as you're coming through the comments here, should there be anything that you really do want me to know, or like you want to hit me up, send me a message. Something they're never going to get me to stop doing is be accessible to people on some level. That's always served me best, remaining accessible. It's something I firmly believe in. I do understand supply and demand. I understand the necessity to remain idolized on some level where I'm partially inaccessible, whatever have you, to build a desire for people to reach out, right? It's, oh my gosh, he's hard to get through to. Let me tell you something. I am such an introverted person, even though I may appear to be heavily extroverted, that you could have a full conversation with me and almost not have talked to me at all. So don't worry, the accessibility part isn't something you got to worry about. I am inaccessible even when I'm accessible. I am willing to recluse mentally into myself so deeply that I'm willing to remain open and communicable in a public fashion, where should you ever need me, I will do my best efforts to answer your DM and actually, talk with you. I have to say is I am going to need some space. I am going to need people to come through on making sure that, I'm able to maneuver the proper avenues. On top of that is I'm granting a lot of pardons for wrongs that have been done to me, to people that are choosing to help me circumvent the system faster, take some shortcuts, take some back roads to get where I'm supposed to be, instead of all interstate road with an escort. I got no issues, driving the 90s Toyota through the mountains, if you catch my drift, in order to get where I need to get to when I'm supposed to be there. Should you be willing to help me take the shortcuts to where I'm supposed to be, I'm more than willing to put in a good word with the feds for you. I'm more than willing to put a good word in with Interpol for you. I'm more than willing to put in a good word with whoever it is that might be causing you issues. I'm more than willing to give you a pass for any problems that you've created for me, any, issues that you've put in my direction in the past, should you decide to be humble enough to step out and do what you're supposed to do. Once again, you know where to find me. I don't leave campus often. I like it here. It's comfortable. I have everything I need. Why leave? I will tell you that I tried to leave a couple of times. I chose to turn around. I chose to come back. I'm proud of myself for that. For those of you that know me, it's pretty hard to keep me in one place for more than a couple of days, let alone a couple of months, let alone a couple of years. By choice, I am here. By choice, I've shifted my mentality to this is where I am. You aren't going to change my mind about being here. Should someone decide to attempt to mess up my situation, I will be fighting for this one. Most people, should they decide to attempt to mess up the situation that I'm in, the steps that I'm taking forward, attempt to create leverage for themselves, attempt to set me up, anything of that nature, you're going to accrue a cost and a debt for yourself that you will never be able to pay into now I'm going to sound super outlandish on this one, but to your third and fourth generation, Bible type stuff. I'm telling you, I will charge you in an immediate sense without any sort of remorse, because I deserve appropriated retribution for the way I've been treated and things I've been through. I'm going to get it my way. Thank you for your cooperation. Kathy goes, my guess is you're doing janitorial services on campus, not taking classes. Kathy, I'll tell you what, I wish, from what I've seen, they exclusively hire Latinos for janitorial work. I wouldn't waste my time attempting to apply, because I doubt that I would get the job because I'm white. Because I on paper I have to identify as white or Caucasian. Because when I put other, they say, what other are you? Also, I find it an insult that I would have to put other. Because what are you taking? I'm not going to say. As far as classes and stuff, I'm in a limbo position. I'm getting a privilege because of my current status when it comes to my housing situation. I am a student. I am paying through the nose by using my physical presence as a way to make the college money. For how much my name is worth, for how much I'm worth, it ain't even my name, it's my face, thanks to the algorithm. Because I've tried. I tested it out. I made a couple of aliases. I went online, made a few different aliases. The algorithm recognizes my facial pattern. I continue to get recommended similar content regardless of whether or not I search anything up or click on anything or anything of that nature. So the internet knows me, is what I'm going to say. My face, my voice is worth money. My name is expendable. I'm going to be liquidating every associated asset to that name, including anyone who has that name in America that is biologically related to me, due to how much they owe me over the top. Let alone what they owe me under the table. Circa 2025, irrevocably, unavoidable. On that note, I'm going to say there are a lot of people who have been making attempts to either call my bluff or refuse to take me seriously entirely. There have also been people on another spectrum who have either been scared of me or they've been idolizing me in a fashion that isn't appropriate to what the idolization would fit. I don't have any issues with you idolizing me in the media in a positive light, because that's my job. Acting is my major. Thank you. Recognize that on an internal and personal level, I am fully aware that that is within the market. Please do not idolize me on a personal level. There are people who do. That's called a cult. I don't have a cult. Please realize that I am tangible. I'm regular. Get to know me. You will find my faults. You will find my tics. You will find things that make me undesirable at times. We are all, every one of us has something going on in some way, shape, or form. Should you decide for yourself that you believe you're perfect, good for you. Don't come near me. You will see your faults. Your faults will come to surface.
should you recognize that you in some way, shape, or form may have some type of a fault or, internal fallacy, you're more than welcome to come around. Now, to say it the way that I see life, I do believe we are all perfect by nature in whatever way we are made, whatever way we behave. That perfection is perception. It's my personal experience with reality. You asked, I answered. Humaira, welcome to the broadcast. Oh, on that note, I want to make people fully aware that if I get hit in the head by somebody's dog, I'm suing them. Because the last one, bumped into me. This one almost bumped into me. People want to play. I don't find that as playing. It's anything having to do with court or physical damage or interrupting me when I'm in the middle of something that I find extremely important. And that's called a lawsuit. You want to sue me? Feel free. Good luck on the drive home. I have too many friends to stop them. I don't know what to tell you. I've made friends in all walks of life, both good and bad. I have tried to get rid of my bad friends. What you guys don't understand about bad people is that they are far more loyal than good people. I am actually telling you the truth. You cannot get rid of bad people. Once you are there for them, they will be there for you till death do you part, like you're married, sometimes more than your own spouse. Good and bad being like operative words for the situation. Good people are socially fickle. I don't know what else to tell you. I could find a woman on the street and she would marry me, live with me for 50 years, and make love to me every day. I could meet somebody in society. If I look at them in a way that they don't like one time, they're off in another direction. Like they never even knew you. If you aren't giving them what they want 24/7. I wish I was lying to you. I've walked all these walks of life. I've been down all these roads on the walks of life. I'm telling you from personal experience, personal witness, on top of factually based information. Princess goes, dogs like to play. I bet they do. Best keep them trained. I have to be serious about these things, yeah. When I'm getting all the proper provisions mixed with how far behind I am to begin with when I really shouldn't be, I'm getting to a space where I'm becoming touchy. I may have to allow the law to do their job. I've been circumventing the law and actually letting other people go first instead of getting my due justice. I'll tell you the truth. I won't actually ever take anyone to court. I don't do civil court or anything like that. The likelihood is that should somebody be, invading my personal space in a way that they know better for, they'll end up facing some type of a criminal charge for something they did and got away with. I can't afford to be doing this anymore this way. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm lucky to be getting 2-3 hours of sleep a night. It's freezing cold outside in the middle of the night. Food, it's Veterans Day. I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not I ever worked for this country. There isn't any food open. I'm going to tell you something about Veterans Day when it comes to being homeless. It's a slap in the face by your country. When you don't have access to anything, you don't have friends, family, people looking out for you. I've seen veterans on the street. I'm telling you, Veterans Day for veterans that live on the street is essentially a big fuck you from the government. It isn't helpful. It isn't a good day. It's the ugliest, most insulting day of the year for veterans on the street. They will never tell you that because they are too afraid of the consequences of being honest. Allow me to say it for them. Fuck you. Kathy goes, so you don't have housing. Listen, the only resources available are either corrupt politically, involved politically and corrupt, or religious. I refuse the services. I am actively stating with my own words that I have intentionally refused all services offered to me. I have been offered plenty of services. I have been through the loop, through the system. I've done the homeless thing since 2021 to 2023. I have learned every in and out. I am telling you, none of it is worth it. It's all a scam. It's a joke. It's a lie. It works for people that are willing to kiss butt long enough to get trapped with people they don't want to be around. I don't care. I don't want involvement with it. Should I decide to help people, I'm going to do it on an individual basis. Most of what they're doing now is going to fall apart within the next 100 years. I'm really, really good at this stuff. I don't have any interest in being involved in it or investing in it. That's my take. Yes, I am identified on my application and in my paperwork as homeless. I do have an address for the sake of mail, and I am a student. Hopefully, I have a friend who might be putting some money on my books. Some money on my books. Oh my gosh, my mind is still in prison. Wow. Jeez, what the heck? What on earth? What on earth? What on earth? To be able to, eat in the cafeteria and stuff like that. But even then, it's like, I don't want people mistaking me for someone else or mistaking another person for me. So, like, I don't want to go into that cafeteria and be getting food. And, it's just, like I said, when you get to the level that I'm on, every decision you make affects things on a massive scale, on a high level. Now, I've accrued enough personally that I could spend my own money, my own assets, my own, however you want to say it. I would rather spend my own being able to hang out here and do what I want. What bothers me is when people start treating me like I'm Mr. Know-it-all, or that I'm trying to be Mr. Cool, or that I'm trying to say to everybody, look at me, I'm blowing my money. No, it is literally, I am stressed out to a level where I cannot personally handle doing anything except spending my own money to be able to do things the way I want to do them, because I can't handle being like in this space and doing things the way people are asking me to do them. I don't feel comfortable jumping to the space I belong in, because I know that's the same as jumping into a den of wolves or a pit of snakes, and I'm smart enough to say, no, instead, I'm going to sit right here and have another beer like I'm in Mexico. I don't drink. That's part of the joke. I may get talked into drinking. It depends. I don't have any issues with partying. I will say that I'll have to find the adults, because, I don't want to be partying with a bunch of 18-year-olds. I might. Don't put it past me. I've done stranger things. We'll see. On top of that, should there be anybody out there whose job it is to protect the community or this, that, please understand, should I decide to look out for your people, take the compliment and let me do what I do, take the hint, take the relaxation, go do another job, go, whatever. When I say job, I don't mean career. I mean, like, job within your career. Should you have another task you need to do? Let me do what I do. When I get emotional, when I get attached to people, when I get protective, you can't stop me. You put me in prison to find out whether or not you could stop me. You found out you can't. So let me do what I do. Thanks. Anyway, like I said, I'm still using the legal name. It has implications because I have a half brother that is a criminal. It is what it is. I mean, it doesn't really affect me on a level that I have to worry about, thankfully. It's free money. What do you want me to say no? Like, I'm literally, like, I'm getting a social payout, like a socially equitable payout for the willingness to use the name that I was never supposed to have to begin with, while I wait to start my career that I've been, like, working for a decade, in the process of getting my real name on paper. Please tell me when it isn't Christmas every day, no matter how difficult my life is right now, no matter how scary and difficult it is. Trust me, it is. It might as well be Christmas. Everything's coming together all at once. I won't say no. I'm saying yes. What further steps do you need for a career? I am stamping my feet and demanding like a child while I throw my porridge that I must have a PhD. I have every ability to get a PhD. I'm smart enough to get a PhD. I'm determined enough to get a PhD. I understand how to do my schoolwork to a level that I could get a PhD. That's first and foremost, is that I complete my education to a level where I have a PhD. It's first and foremost. Before anything, before I do anything, I am getting a PhD. Like before I do anything having to do with what you guys are asking of me, I'm getting a PhD. Oh, I'm going to state for the record, drinking is something that at present I do not do much of at all. I'm willing to. I have to say there have been times when a beer has been the reason I've been able to fall asleep, or has been the reason that I've been able to like chill out for a minute. I don't do drugs at all. I hate marijuana. I'm sorry, I'm telling you the truth. I do. I really, really, like, with a passion, I hate all forms of drugs. It's the way I am. Maybe there are certain drugs I haven't tried that I would like if I tried. I don't know yet. Will I experiment? Probably. You don't like that? I got 10 toes that are currently down. Come at me. No, I'm a responsible person either way. I mean, state secrets are like the least amount that I've been trusted with, or like the lowest level of what I've been trusted with. So, whatever. What did you say about being there for a whole bunch of people that didn't deserve my help? I didn't catch that. Do you want to comment again? Because I'll more than happily answer that. Now, if there are people you're protecting, you might want to shut the fuck up. Because they more than likely are under my thumb. I have a heavy thumb. I have 2 heavy thumbs, actually. They both work. What field or subject are you going to pursue for as far as a PhD? Now, this part, most people that know me are fully aware that I have to become educated on the topic of education itself. I don't know. I'm pursuing acting because I'm an incredible actor. As far as what I want to get a PhD in, I don't know. Probably in the arts. The arts and humanities. Guys, I have to, on a personal level, I'm incredible at business. Now, this is probably because of the way I was raised, probably because of my upbringing. I'm really, really good at business. Pretty much everything on the east side of campus, I could conquer that. Over here, I fit in. I belong on this side of campus. I know how to do what they do over there. I prefer doing what they do because I have to do it. It doesn't fit it does fit my personality. I prefer my creative side. I prefer myself as a creative. I'm hyper intelligent when it comes to being a logical person. You do not want to know what I'm capable of when it comes to being, logical, pragmatic, rational, however you want to say it. When it comes to being creative, I'm able to be creative on a professional level that is A-list without being full of myself. I may sound full of myself. I'm not being full of myself. Over there, I'm definitely being full of myself. I don't know I don't have it in me to humble myself on a level where I'm the one making the $1 million while maintaining my humility. I prefer to pursue a career where I have a team of people who for lack of a better term, own my money. So, whatever. Also note that whenever I do, like, talk about people, and anything, okay, let it be known as a decree. We'll do this the British way for a moment. Anything I'm doing, should I decide to involve you, saying your name, saying that I see you where you're at, whatever it might be, I got you. Don't think I don't. Don't doubt me. I don't like being doubted. I like my freedom more than anything. My freedom is number one. My friends are number two. Get it? It was a poop joke.
All I need to do is take my brain off the screen and realize that I am literally just walking down the street. There's nothing crazy special about it. I'm just walking down the street. Right? People are going to notice. It's weird. I'm talking to a glass screen. But this is actually real life. People around me know that, right? They're living their life. They're doing their job. They're like, who the hell is this guy? What's he doing? What a weirdo. Of course. Because it is weird. It is weird. All right? But who are the actual pioneers? It's the people who are willing to come out in a regular life while everyone else is doing their regular thing and do the weirdest thing. All right? I'm doing the weirdest thing.